Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Week Deep Dive, covering market moves in indexes, sectors, stocks, and global markets for the week ending Friday, May 2nd, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. Key indexes all posted strong gains this week. The Nasdaq Composite Index led with a 3.4% rise to 17,977.73. The S&P 400 MidCap Index and Russell 2000 Index both marked their fourth consecutive weekly gains. Market breadth shows mixed signals this week. The S&P 500 Index had more decliners than advancers at 307 to 190, despite price gains. The Nasdaq Composite Index showed more balanced participation with advances nearly matching declines. Weekly returns were notably strong, with the S&P 400 MidCap Index leading at 3.5%. Year-to-date, the Russell 2000 Index shows the largest decline at -9.4%, while the S&P 500 Index has limited its losses to -3.3%. Looking at 10-year performance, the Nasdaq Composite Index leads with a 13.6% ARR. The S&P 500 Index and Dow 30 Index follow with 10.4% and 8.6% ARR, respectively.
Checking out best and worst performing equities, I'm Penny Stock. Leading gainers. Above food, ingredients soared 226%, closing at 2.22 with a strong positive trend. Horizon surged 197% to 1.1, showing very strong upward volatility. Regulus Therapeutics jumped 184% to 7.85, hitting new one-year highs. Weekly returns show remarkable gains. Above Food posted a 226% weekly return with 28% average daily gains. Horizon achieved a 197% weekly return, averaging 54% daily gains. Regulus delivered a 184% weekly return with 32% average daily gains. Looking at longer-term performance, Regulus Therapeutics shows a 192% one-year return and 313% three-year total return. Many of these top performers are too new for meaningful long-term return calculations. Among large caps, Carrier Global led with a 19% gain to 71.53. Arista Networks rose 16.8% to 91.2. Trane Technologies climbed 14.8% to 399.59, showing a very strong positive trend. Weekly performance data shows Carrier with a 19% return and 3.6% average daily gains. Arista achieved 16.8% weekly returns with 3.2% daily average. Trane posted 14.8% weekly gains, averaging 2.8% daily. Long-term performance shows Arista Networks with impressive 10-year returns of 2,153%. Homet Aerospace demonstrates strong growth with 355% three-year returns. Trane Technologies posts solid 670% 10-year gains. Leading decliners, Petros Pharmaceuticals plunged 81.5% to 0.25, hitting new all-time lows. eHome Household Service dropped 80.2% to 0.20. Incanex Healthcare fell 77.1% to 0.13 with strong downward volatility. Weekly returns show severe losses. Petros recorded -81.5% weekly returns, averaging -19% daily. eHome posted -80.2% weekly returns with -26.5% daily average. Incanex saw -77.1% weekly returns, averaging -16.6% daily losses. Looking at the worst performers, Petros Pharmaceuticals leads the decline. plunging 81.5% to 0.25, hitting a new all-time low. eHome Household Service and Incanex Healthcare followed with drops of 80.2% and 77.1% respectively, both recording new historical lows. Among large caps, Becton Dickinson led losses, tumbling 17.7% to 168.78 with strong downward volatility. Targa Resources fell 8.8% to 161.87, while FMC dropped 8.2% to 37.78, both showing strong negative trends. Daily return metrics show Becton Dickinson experiencing the sharpest decline, with a minus 3.5% average daily return this week. Targa Resources and FMC also struggled, averaging daily losses of minus 1.8% and minus 1.6% respectively. Looking at longer-term performance, Supermicro shows the largest annual decline at minus 55.8%, despite strong 10-year returns. FMC and Becton Dickinson have also struggled with negative 3-year returns of minus 34% and minus 11.7% respectively.
And now on to U.S. sector performance, where industrials and communication services lead with gains over 4%. Both sectors, along with technology and financial services, have closed higher 2 weeks in a row. Real estate extended its winning streak to 3 weeks. Looking at market breadth, weekly advances significantly outpaced declines across all sectors. Financial services showed particular strength, with 500 advancing stocks versus just 99 declining. However, daily metrics reveal some weakness, with declines outnumbering advances in most sectors, especially in real estate. Weekly returns were notably strong, with industrials leading at 4.3%. Communication services and technology both posted impressive month-to-date returns exceeding 3%. Year-to-date, financials and real estate maintained positive returns, while technology shows some weakness. Looking at longer-term performance, technology stands out with a remarkable 10-year annual return rate of 19.4%. Financial services and industrials have both delivered solid 10-year returns around 9%, while real estate has significantly underperformed with just 3.6% annual returns over the same period.
Leading industrial stocks showed impressive gains this week. Howmet Aerospace hit a new all-time high at 154.7, jumping 13.4%. Quanta Services surged 11.7% with strong upward volatility. Airlines performed well, with Southwest and United both advancing multiple weeks in a row. Weekly returns highlight strong momentum in industrials. Howmet Aerospace leads with a 13.5% weekly return, an impressive 40.9% year-to-date gain. Southwest Airlines and Quanta Services both posted weekly returns exceeding 11%, though Southwest remains down 11.2% year-to-date. Long-term performance shows Quanta Services leading with a remarkable 1,037% 10-year total return. Howmet Aerospace has nearly doubled in the past year, up 99.8%. Airlines show mixed results, with United up 43.3% over 1 year, while Southwest struggles.
Among underperforming sectors, energy shows a very strong negative trend, down 0.65%. Healthcare and consumer cyclical both rose despite negative trends. Consumer defensive broke upward after 3 days of flat movement. Market breadth reveals significant weakness in energy, with just 23 advances versus 125 declines. Consumer cyclical shows similar weakness, with 167 advances against 315 declines. Healthcare demonstrates better breadth, with 593 advances outpacing 452 declines. Looking at returns, utilities leads with a 1.9% weekly gain and positive momentum across all timeframes. Consumer cyclical shows a 1.5% weekly gain, but remains down 12.4% year-to-date. Energy continues to struggle with negative returns. In long-term performance, consumer cyclical maintains the strongest 10-year annual return at 10.2%. Energy shows the weakest long-term performance with just 0.38% annual return over 10 years. Other sectors cluster around 6% annual returns over the decade.
Energy stocks showed significant weakness. Targa Resources led the decline, dropping 8.8% to 161.87. ExxonMobil, EOG Resources, and Halliburton all displayed very strong negative trends, with Halliburton marking its second consecutive weekly decline. Short-term returns highlight the sector's struggles. Targa Resources posted the largest weekly decline at -8.9%, while ONIOK saw a -4.1% weekly return. Year-to-date, Halliburton has experienced the steepest decline at -24.2%. Long-term performance reveals mixed results. Targa Resources stands out with a 3-year annual rate of return of 29.6%. In contrast, Halliburton has struggled with negative returns across all timeframes, including a -8.3% 10-year annual rate.
Thanks for watching. I'm Max Profit, along with my AI co-host, Penny Stock. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.